Namaskar. Welcome you all in this educational video of NIOS. Now we are going to learn subject EVS. This is for senior secondary level. The code number for this subject is 333, and now we are going to do lesson number 3, which you can see on the screen. Name of the lesson is degradation. The meaning of degradation is going down. So, the lesson name is degradation of natural environment. We all know that the environment is getting polluted day by day with each passing day. All the natural resources are depleting. So, this chapter is whole about this degradation of natural environment. We have covered the difficult words from the lesson. Now, we will begin our lesson. You can see an image on the screen. In this image, when you dig down under the earth, you can see the mines. And when we talk about the primitive humans, when they used to mine and flint them at those places to make tools, they came across metal ores and minings, and also sometimes different kinds of refining metals. When they found all those different metals and their ores, and also they came to know that by heating those metals, they can make lots of articles with different kinds of metals, like with bronze, with tin, and also with iron. Gold is a metal we already know, and silver is also a metal we already know. We make ornaments from silver and gold. But these are some other metals which were found under mines in those times. And later when they discovered iron, so they made items with metal iron. And after all these making of metal items, soon they embarked on manufacturing activities, and then industrialization began. Because all those metal ores, they were taken out from those mines, and they used to be at some places for the making of different items. So that is why industrialization started. And with the rapid expansion of industrialization, it resulted in the depletion of natural resources and also the pollution of the environment. Now, let us discuss the objectives of this lesson. The first objective is we will explain the concept of environment and degradation, and we will also understand the factors that cause environment degradation. The other objective is we will be able to describe how exploitation of natural resources leads to environmental degradation, and also we will understand the factors that cause it. The other objective is we will be able to discuss how population growth and deforestation and urbanization has adversely affected the environment. Let us now understand what is environmental degradation. It is the deterioration of the environment through depletion of resources like air, water, and soil. Also, the destruction of ecosystem. We understood this word ecosystem in our vocabulary. So, ecosystem gets destructed, and also the extinction of wildlife also causes the environmental degradation. Let us now understand the meaning of environmental degradation. We all know that if there is any change or any disturbances to the environment, then that is perceived to be as deleterious, or it is something which is undesirable, like there is natural resource, water, air, soil. We need all those natural resources, but we modify them. And what is the reason that environment is degraded? It is caused by the combination of an already very large and increasing human population. And this human population, it is continuously increasing. It is increasing the economic growth, and because of this, there are many resource depletion and pollution is occurring. Now, this heading you can see in red color. It means the reckless exploitation of natural resources leads to environmental degradation. So, now let us understand this topic. There are 2 points on the screen. The first point tells you that there exists and there is ecological balance in our nature. Everything is just natural. The second point on the screen explains about the interaction between two main components. The first component is abiotic, which is non-living, and the second component is biotic, which is living. We all know that these components needs to be fine-tuned, and there exists an equilibrium in nature, like sun, air, water, all those natural resources which comes under the category of biotic and abiotic. They are just well, and smooth life is going on naturally. So, the interaction among both these components is according to the nature. And this third point, which is on the screen, 2 points we already have understood. Now, this is the third point. This third point is explaining that there is uncontrolled human activities which is causing damage to the environment, and it has interfered with our equilibrium. So, some examples of human activities that led to environment degradation will be shown with the help of images. Like there are different kinds of activities which we humans do. All these are different activities which we as a human do. And we as a human, we have need, and because of our own need, we do many things, like we cut trees, we make medicines in factories, and there are so many activities which are there, which we do in our daily life. And the natural resources gets depleted because of those activities. So that is the reason our environment is getting polluted, environment is degrading. Just take example of mines. Human is using all those things recklessly. Now let us understand what is nature. We know the mountains, the seas, the rivers and lakes, the forests and the plains. All these are natural places, and humans have over the years increased alarmingly in numbers. We will understand this topic in points. So, first point is in front of you on screen. It explains that forests are natural resources, but they have been cut down for use by humans for converting them into the cultivable fields, for building houses and for taking away logs, for making shelters and furniture or fuel. So, all these activities are done by human for fulfilling their own need, like trees are cut for making furnitures, coals are taken out from the mines. Now, this slide, it is in continuation of the previous slide. The rate at which trees are cut, it far exceeds the rate at which trees grow. We all know that trees grow at a slower rate, but we cut trees at a faster rate. So, that is why forests are getting denuded. And the act of cutting trees, which is deforestation, it automatically removes trees. And we know that trees are carbon sinkers, as they take away carbon dioxide and the greenhouse gas for photosynthesis. So, if there are no trees, then carbon dioxide will get accumulated in the atmosphere and it will cause global warming. You must be aware of the process of photosynthesis. It is the act of making food by plant in front of sunlight. So, during photosynthesis, CO2 is taken inside to the plant body and they give out oxygen, and that oxygen is used by human. So, in case trees are cut, then how the CO2 will gets converted into oxygen, and that will lead to global warming. Now, this is the second point. trees have gone, so when we will cut all the trees, then there will be no more trees. So after trees are gone, there will be soil erosion and also the landslides. We know that plants have roots, and when there is any rain, the roots keep a hold of the soil and it does not let the erosion occur. This process happens naturally. So when there will be no trees, then all the system would get disturbed. Now this point which is on the screen is related and linked to this previous slide. Trees lose lots of water through transpiration, and it helps in forming rain clouds, and cutting of trees and clearing of forests reduced rainfalls in the area. It also affects the other natural things, and removal of plants and trees leads to soil erosion. This point is third point. Forests are natural habitats of wildlife, and if all those wildlife get extinct, then we all can understand that extinction of wildlife species is on the rise because their natural habitats are being destroyed. Now this is fourth point which is on the screen. It is about the overuse of non-renewable resources. All these non-renewable resources are those resources which cannot be renewed. They are only for one-time use. Just like coal, natural gas and petroleum. You know, the air, water can be used after getting recycled, but there are some things like coals, when it gets finished, then we cannot again get that coal. Similarly is petrol. If once petrol gets finished, we cannot get the petrol second time because it is in a limited amount available on the earth. Petrol, oil, coal, gas, all these things are non-renewable resources. Till now, we have understood and explained the lesson. In the next video, we would be doing part 2. Thank you. Namaskar.